Welcome to the senior class of 2021 College and Career Readiness presentation sponsored by Santiago High School's Counseling Department. I'm Mrs. Applegate. On our agenda for today, we will talk about CNUSD graduation requirements. You'll learn how to read your transcript. We'll talk about options for after high school, how to apply to college, including the UC-CSU A to G requirements, community college application process, NCAA eligibility, college entrance exams, requesting a letter of recommendation, how to request a transcript, paying for college and financial aid, as well as scholarships, and we will learn about Norco College's dual enrollment program. Life after high school, what are my options? This presentation today covers a variety of different options for after high school. So no matter if your goal is to go to a career and technical education program, community college, could be to enter the workforce, the military, or go on to a four-year university right after high school, there's going to be something in this presentation for you. No matter what your choice is for after high school, make sure that you're all in. CNUSD high school graduation requirements. 4 years of language arts, 2 years of math, 2 years of science, 3 years of social science or history, 1 year of a world language or fine art, 1 semester of health, 2 years of PE, and 15 semesters or 75 credits worth of elective courses is required to graduate from CNUSD for a total of 220 credits. Credit recovery. As a senior, you should have at least 160 credits, which means you would need 60 credits to graduate. If you have less than 160 credits, make sure that you have made contact with your counselor to come up with a plan to complete credit recovery courses. We have several different options: adult school, Levy-Pollard High School, SOS Portfolio Credit Recovery Program, and Odysseyware online credit recovery courses. Again, if you have less than 160 credits, make sure that you have made contact with your counselor to come up with a plan to complete your high school graduation requirements. Make your senior year count. Math and language arts are extremely important if you plan to continue your education beyond high school. There are a number of benefits to doing well in those two courses, including the fact that UC campuses continue to use math and writing placement tests. The more successful you are this year can significantly impact your success as a freshman in college. Colleges can rescind your admissions if you receive a D or an F in a course as a senior. Some branches of the military have a minimum GPA, and many employers ask about GPA on job applications. So it is important that you take your senior year seriously and you finish strong. How to read your transcript. The first piece of information that I would like you to identify on your transcript is the State Student ID, SSID, which is located in the upper left-hand portion of your transcript. Now bring your attention to the boxes on the right-hand side. You should be able to identify the credits earned in the bottom box, your weighted GPA, and you'll notice your unweighted GPA is above that. And you should be able to find your class rank. You will frequently be asked for these pieces of information when filling out college applications and sometimes job applications. Now let's take a closer look to one semester within your transcript. If you have classes on your transcript that have an asterisk next to the course number, those are courses that are on the A to G approved list for UC and CSU campuses. These are the classes that you will list on your college applications. If you see a course that has an asterisk and a plus sign next to the course number, those are courses that receive an extra GPA point because they are honors or AP classes or college level classes. At the bottom of your transcript, you'll find a legend that also tells you what the different symbols mean that you may find on your transcript.
Hello, class of 2021. This is Mrs. Partita here, going to go over some slides regarding the military. This is also an option for you after high school. As you can see through the slides, there are several different branches of the military. We encourage you to speak to recruiters if this is an option for you. They have tons of information, tons of different jobs that are available for you to learn while you get paid. There are tons of benefits. There are scholarship opportunities. So we just have this available for you in the slide that you can click on and then find further information. A part of being or going into the military is taking the ASVAB test. The ASVAB is Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery Test. Typically, we utilize this your 11th grade year to help you guys figure out career choices. It is free and it's a non-commitment to the military should you take the test. But for those who are interested in joining the military, this is one of those placement tests that you will need to take, and that will really determine and kind of sway which direction you would be going into. Because of COVID this year, we are unable to provide or offer you this test this year. However, in talking with our representatives from the ASVAB, they are suggesting that you guys reach out to your recruiters and the recruiters will set you up with a time and date to take this placement test. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to any of your counselors and hopefully we'll be able to answer them for you.
Hi there, this is Ms. Matsumoto from the counseling office. I'm here to talk to you about your post-secondary education options. We'll start with what your students' rights and responsibilities are in the college admissions process. So, for starters, it is definitely your responsibility to research the school of interest. Now, counselors, we're here to help you in the process. However, it is up to you, the student, to go to college websites or do some Google searches in terms of a college that may have your major or minor, something that you're interested in that you would like to attend for the next 4 years. You also need to seek help early. Waiting till the last minute creates a lot of stress, and then there are some times where help is not available because it's at the last minute. Students also need to make sure that you're completing the application materials before the deadline. So again, that kind of goes back to seeking help early. I know a lot of you have probably already started, which is fantastic, but make sure that you look at the deadlines for all of those applications to make sure you are meeting them. Submitting early obviously is a great idea as well. It takes that pressure and stress off you. Once you've applied, make sure that you are checking your email and your college portals often. If there's something that they need from you, you're missing, or there's a status update, that is how they're going to communicate with you through email and your college portal. So please make sure that you are checking that often, at the very least once a week. A few times a week is even better. When it comes to ordering official transcripts, that is through the registrar's office, and it takes them a couple of days to get them ready. And there is a process, and that is located on the Santiago website and the Santiago Counseling website. So please make sure to check there so that you can order official transcripts in a timely manner. Generally, those official transcripts are ordered at the end of your senior year, and that goes to the college that you have committed to. Again, if you need them earlier, you can request them through the registrar's office. Following instructions regarding placement tests is important as well. This year, however, with everything going on with COVID-19, colleges are approaching placement tests a little bit different. They might have test optional, which means you do not have to take the SAT or ACT. However, we are definitely recommending that students take the responsibility to check your individual college that you are applying to see exactly where they stand on placement tests. Calling the admissions office for advice when you're not sure what to do next is very important. The counselors at Santiago, we are here to help you and guide you, and we can get you through the graduation point of high school. But when it comes to some maybe very specific and detailed information regarding a specific college, that is where it is up to you, the student, to go ahead and call that admissions office, because they will tell you exactly what that campus requires and what their policies are. So when you have a question, by all means, you can ask your counselor at Santiago, but the college admissions counselor is your best bet when you need an answer regarding that particular campus. Finally, make sure you're communicating with your counselor. Now, it says in person, and right now we're not able to do that, but we are all here to help you, whether it's via email or Zoom or a phone call. Just reach out to your counselor, and we are here to help. Another option for post-secondary is career and technical education programs. We have the website right there that you can explore all the different programs available to students. And basically what career and technical education is all about is preparing students to enter the job market with skills that are specific to a job. Some of those programs are medical assistant, dental assistant, law enforcement, EMT, business technology, which we have fabulous program at Santiago. Also, the engineering and architecture program is another great CTE program. So just one more avenue to explore when it comes to your post-secondary plan.
Hello again. This section will be covering community colleges. We have two local community college. In this first slide, we will cover Norco College. You can apply through californiacolleges.edu and apply at the community college section within that website. That website will then take you to Norco College's website, where you'll be able to explore the campuses and majors and programs offered. Make sure to apply as soon as October 1st when the windows open. You'll also want to make sure to have your official transcripts and then schedule a counseling appointment with their school. All of this gets done through the college itself. Unfortunately, we do not have direct access to them, and because you are moving on to higher ed, they no longer allow us to communicate on your behalf. We are happy to walk you through the process, but please know that this is part of your beginning transition into community colleges. One special program that they do have available is called the Norco College Advantage Program. There you will attend orientation early, go through your counseling advisement early, and have a college orientation week. This college orientation week, if completed successfully, you'll be able to participate in early registration. And if most of you guys know from other older siblings or friends, it is very important to get early registration as soon as possible. Classes do fill up quickly for the fall, so please take advantage of that program. The other slide, we will go over Santiago Canyon College. This is, again, another local community college. It is in Orange County, but they do service our students, and we do have a great relationship with them. They allow for, again, also an associate's degree, a transfer to a four-year university. And they have cost-effective solutions for CTE programs, so certificate programs if you were interested in opening up a daycare, if you guys were looking to go into paramedics. They have a lot of programs that you don't necessarily need a four-year degree to, but there are options for you to receive a certificate, then thus allowing you to move on into a trade such as electrician. Then you have nursing programs as well. So make sure that you check that out. I know the nursing program would most likely be at Riverside College versus Santiago Canyon College, but please know that they all work in one system together. We do have representatives from both Orange County and from Santiago not Orange County, from Norco College and Orange County and Riverside County that come out to our school and help you with that transition program. Again, applications open up October 1st. And Santiago Canyon College also helps us out with the FAFSA applications, should you have any questions on that. Again, if you guys have any further questions of things that you don't see on our slides today, feel free to make an appointment with your counselor and we will be happy to answer them.
Hello Sharks, my name is Lisa Wendt and I work in the College and Career Center. The best way to find me in this virtual world is through my newsletter. You can find the newsletter on the Friday finale or on my Instagram bio. I will update it daily with important information regarding scholarships, help on college applications, how to submit your FAFSA or California Dream Act, local scholarships, so check back often. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at shs_college_career. Also in the newsletter, you will find the lunchtime virtual college presentations. During these presentations, you will have a chance to meet with the admissions advisors from different colleges and a chance to ask live questions. So sign up in the newsletter, just click on each college you're interested in, fill out the form and submit it, and then I will email you the Zoom link the day before the college presentation. It's a first come, first served basis, limited seating, so don't hesitate. Sign up now. Are you interested in applying to a Cal State or UC school? They have virtual college weeks coming up, so register in the links provided on the newsletter. But don't forget to always scroll to the end of the newsletter. I'm going to be adding important information all the time.
Are you ready to apply to four-year universities? If so, keep the following things in mind. You need to familiarize yourself with the UC-CSU A to G minimum eligibility requirements and your transcript. For college admissions testing, please make sure that you visit the website for each of the colleges that you plan to apply to. Since the school closures due to COVID, many schools are going to test optional. So you may have the opportunity to submit test scores if you choose to, or you may choose not to. Again, make sure that you check with each of the universities that you plan to apply to for what their testing policies are. Know the differences between UC schools requirements, Cal State school requirement, private school requirements, and the difference between a four-year university and a community college. Make sure that you research the deadlines and apply early. UC-CSU minimum eligibility requirements. You must pass all classes with a C- or better. This includes 2 years of history, 4 years of language arts, 3 years of math, 4 years is recommended, 2 years of a laboratory science, 3 years is recommended, 2 years of a language other than English, 3 years is recommended, 1 year of a visual or performing art, and 1 year of a college prep elective.
Hello again, class of 2021. I will continue on and explain how you guys can go about applying for California public colleges. You have two options. You have the California State Universities and the University of California. Where you would like or need, I should say, to start this process is by going to californiacolleges.edu. Now, as a Santiago student, all of you guys have an account with California Colleges. There you will start the application for either one or both public colleges. Sorry about that. So the benefit of using California Colleges is that the CSU schools have an agreement with California Colleges, which has allowed us to be able to pre-populate your transcript information onto the application, thus saving a lot of time. You definitely want to take advantage of this and start your applications here at californiacolleges.edu. Slide 26 will show you how to register your accounts. We have a YouTube page there for you. You always want to make sure to sign into Google using your CNUSD login credentials. It does help the California Colleges website recognize you as a Santiago student. And if you're already registered, go ahead, and if you forgot your password, go ahead and just click Forgot Password and go through the process as you will. Should you need further assistance, please reach out to your counselors and we'll be able to problem solve with you. Now, moving on to private colleges and universities. Where do you apply? Well, it's as simple as going to commonapp.org. You must submit letters of recommendations through this website, and so please make sure that you read thoroughly regarding that process and how it looks like. You definitely want to give your recommenders enough time to fill out this letter for you. We need a lot of information, so please keep that in mind as you're filling out the Common App. If you need any information, again, you can always refer to our College and Career Center and or your counselor, where we can provide you with information on the application that you might get stumbled upon. Please remember application deadlines for the Common App vary. So you want to double check and always refer to your private emails. The colleges will always reach out to those private emails with other questions they may have, with other deadlines that you might have, going through the process. So please always double check those deadlines. A lot of colleges are not very forgiving, and so they just move on to that next student that has everything that they need. Should you have any questions, again, please feel free to reach out to your counselor.
Now let's review the subtle differences in admissions requirements for UC, CSU, and private schools. For admissions testing, for Cal States, they will accept under normal circumstances the ACT without writing and the SAT reasoning, which automatically includes writing. For UC schools, you would have to submit test scores for ACT plus writing or ACT reasoning. For private schools, you need to check each individual campus to see which exam they traditionally accept. Now, because of the school closures and the disruption that the COVID
pandemic has had on the testing system. Both the UC system and the Cal State system have suspended the requirement for testing. You may submit test scores to enhance your application profile. Please check with each campus that you plan to apply to for their specific testing requirements. Personal statement. Cal States do not require a personal statement. UC schools do. They have 5 personal insight questions which you get to choose from to answer for your application. For private schools, you will need to check with each individual campus for their requirements for essays. For letters of recommendation, generally speaking, Cal States and UC schools do not accept or expect letters of recommendation unless you are specifically asked to submit one. Some UC campuses will reach out to you for a letter of recommendation. However, it is their expectation that you won't submit one unless you are asked to. If you are applying to a special program like music, they may require a letter of recommendation as part of a supplemental application packet. For private schools, you'll need to check with each individual campus to see what their requirements are with regards to letters of recommendation. For deadlines, because of the COVID pandemic, the CSU system has extended their deadline to December 4th. The UC system is November 30th. The deadline for UCs remains the same. For private schools, you'll need to check each individual campus for their deadlines, as each campus functions independently. If you need extra help on your college applications, please be sure to sign up for college application office hours. For Cal State applications, we will be hosting office hours October through December 4th. For the UC system, in the month of November. For community college, we will be hosting October through the end of the school year. Please visit Santiago's website for details and how to sign up.
Ms. Berg here. College admission testing. What factors do colleges look at to determine if you are a good fit for them? They have always looked at the rigor of your classes, your GPA, transcripts, your activities and awards, and your college admission tests. These have always been required for Cal States, UCs, and private colleges. College admission tests are a factor in determining acceptance and for scholarships. What are the college admission tests? College admission tests scores are in magazines, books, and online, where colleges give a range of scores that the freshman class received. And the higher your score on these tests, the better you make them look and the more money you may receive in scholarships from them. There are 2 college admission tests, the SAT and the ACT. I'm sure you've heard of them before. The most asked question is always the same. Which one should I take? Colleges that accept the SAT also accept the ACT, so it's a matter of determining which test is a better fit for your abilities. Colleges don't have a preference on which exam you submit. The SAT is out of a score of a 1600, 800 for math, 800 for reading and writing. The ACT is out of a score of a 36. Each section is averaged for a composite score, and the essay is scored separately. The SAT math section covers algebra, pre-calculus, trigonometry, and geometry. The ACT math section covers pre-algebra through geometry, and a calculator is allowed the entire time. The ACT also contains a science section, which covers reasoning, charts, graphs, and hypothesis. The SAT does not have a science section. However, there are science-related passages throughout the exam. Seniors have been given a break this year. This is the most important updated information with college admissions tests. UCs and Cal States are not requiring them. They may not require them ever. However, for sure, this year, the word is test optional. They tell us they're going to be looking holistically at each applicant. Prestigious colleges out of state like your Harvard, Princeton, Yale are also calling it test optional, but they're saying it's only for this year that they're going to commit to that. They are not going to commit to the current juniors having it be test optional for them as well. The SAT subject tests are not required now either. However, if you are applying for majors of engineering, computer science, or any other impacted major, this could do you well. These test scores could enhance your application. But if you've already taken the SAT and the ACT and scored well, you definitely might want to include those scores in your application. If you want to take the SAT or ACT now, please check the website to make sure that the site is open and available for you. And remember, it's your choice to send test scores or not this year. The college essay writing is really important, and that will be more emphasized this year than ever before because of the fact that it's a test optional year. So check with your English teachers as well. If you can't do an essay workshop, you might want to ask them for a little bit of help to see what they feel like your essay, it definitely relates to all the information you'd like to get across. Let them look at your rough draft and help you with your UC personal insight questions as well. Test prep options. What we have here is a sampling of private companies that can help students with current homework, help them pass those AP tests, subject tests, and they also offer practice SAT and AC tests. And they provide online classes and they provide tutors.
Mark your calendars. Wednesday, October 14th is our second annual district-wide college fair. This year, it will be virtual from 4 to 6 p.m. Just like last year, you will have a chance to get information on community colleges, branches of the military, career and technical schools, and of course, Cal States, UCs, and private universities. So stay tuned for more details on that.
Requesting a letter of recommendation. Letters of recommendation are usually required for private colleges and scholarships. UCs and Cal States do not require a letter of recommendation unless you are applying to a special program, scholarship, or are specifically asked to provide one. You can download the letter of recommendation request form from your counselor's Google Classroom. Once you've done that, you can send it to the people you are asking to write your letter. It's very important that you give them a minimum of 2 to 3 weeks notice so that they can write you a quality letter. Finally, make sure that you check the yes box where it says, I waive my right to review or access letters of recommendation written for me. Transcript requests. If you need an official transcript, you can type in t.ly/53oj into your browser, and that will take you to the request page. Please allow the registrar's office 2 business days to process your requests. You will be contacted when your transcript is ready to be picked up. If you need a transcript for a scholarship you are applying to, this is the same process that you will need to follow. When sending an official transcript to colleges, if you are mailing it yourself, we do recommend that you send it certified mail. When do you request your official transcripts? Many times the colleges you are applying to would like a mid-year transcript, which is after your first semester of your senior year. Make sure that you check with each college you are applying to see if they are requiring that mid-year transcript or not. To request your final transcript, please do so by May 30th. The registrar will then send that final transcript to your college that you plan on attending in the fall. Some final application tips. First and foremost, be sure that you start early. Make sure you give yourself ample time to complete the application, and also if you run into an issue or have a question, you have enough time to ask for help. Next, if you took Spanish 1 or 2 in middle school, be sure to include that on your application. UCs require personal insight statements, so again, that's where you need to give yourself enough time to write that statement. Cal States do not require personal insights. Make sure that you also check the department website for the majors you're interested in applying to see if they have supplemental materials that are required. You wouldn't want to have an incomplete application because you missed out on perhaps something additional or that supplemental material for the application that applies to a major you are applying for. Make sure that you report all your grades for A through G classes. That includes the original grades for classes you have or plan to repeat. So basically what that means is if you are planning on taking a class second semester to make up for perhaps a D, you put that original grade, and then you will put the class that you are planning for the second semester. That'll let the college know that you are rectifying or planning to rectify a grade for admissions. Ordering your transcript from the registrar's office, again, allow them 2 to 3 business days to process. If by chance you took geometry in middle school, and that would generally just apply to students that came from out of district, you would also include that on your application. And then finally, make sure that you include your current senior year classes on your application. So first semester classes are going to be considered in progress, and then your second semester courses are planned. And you put in progress or planned because obviously at this point you won't be able to put a grade in for those classes. If you plan on playing sports at the college level, you need to make sure that you are registered with the NCAA Eligibility Center. You go to the eligibilitycenter.org to create your profile and your account, and the best time to do that is at the end of your junior year, so hopefully you've already done that. If not, please make sure that you do it as soon as possible. To be eligible, you need to meet the core grade point average for the 16 core courses. Those core courses basically are your A through G, language arts, math, science, social science, world language, and other courses that are included in the G elective. When you go to the eligibility website, you can double check and make sure that you are meeting those 16 core courses. If not, you definitely can make sure and check with your counselor. As far as ACT and SAT scores, there is a scale that should match your GPA. However, this year, because of COVID-19, the NCAA has also made accommodations for test optional, but you want to make sure that you double check with the college you are attending and the quality assurance person at that college for your sport. Again, make sure that you are registered with the Eligibility Center, and if you did take an SAT or ACT, you would have the CEE-B code as 9999. Now, again, the registering with the Eligibility Center is the student's responsibility, so you need to make sure that that is done. Your transcripts are automatically uploaded at the end of your senior year, but they are also uploaded after the first semester of your senior year. And if you had registered with them during your junior year, they were uploaded this summer.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mr. Campos, and I'm one of the counselors here at Santiago High School. I'm going to take a minute and talk to you guys about funding your education after high school. I'm going to talk to you guys about the California Promise Program, the FAFSA, which is a free application for federal student aid. Grants, scholarships, and student loans are connected to the FAFSA. I'm also going to touch base on general and local scholarship as well. Every year, we like to encourage all seniors to please complete the free application for federal student aid. If you're looking for free money, if you're an athlete, you have to do the FAFSA. Scholarships are based off academics, special talents, or interests. Then you have student loans. The California College Promise Program. Free tuition and fees for the first-time community college student. If you know you're planning on attending Norco, Santiago Canyon College, or Riverside Community College, we highly encourage you to do the FAFSA and also do the California Promise application as well. You'll be able to click on the link and it'll take you to the California Promise Program application as well. How to apply for financial aid. CaliforniaColleges.edu. That is your website that you go to and you'll click on financial aid. Complete the application for school year 21-22. The application opens on October 1st, and I always like to take the approach first come, first serve. We like to use a deadline March 2nd because that's also the Cal Grant deadline as well. So I highly encourage you, if you're a senior, please complete this application as soon as possible so you can get that out of the way. As a senior, you do not have to worry about uploading your Cal Grant GPA. The district will do that 4 times this year during your senior year. So please do not worry about uploading your Cal Grant. The district will take care of that for you. Need help filling out the FAFSA and the California Dream Act application? Santiago County Department presents financial aid office hours. Starting in the month of October, we'll be hosting a series of workshops during office hours to help you fill out the application. Please sign up on the Google form. We have the Google link provided for you. Save your seat. It is 25 seats per session, first come, first serve, so make sure you save your spot. This year, we are teaming up with Santiago Canyon College to bring you a virtual Cash for College workshop. On October 7th, from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m., topics covered will be the FAFSA and the California Dream Act application overview, step by step on how to apply, application assistance. If you are interested in signing up, click here on the link. Free and reduced lunch. If you know you received free and reduced lunch in the past, you have to do the application again. The benefits of doing free and reduced lunch is that you get an application for colleges, you get a fee waiver for SAT and ACT, and you also get a fee waiver for AP exams. Some students are taking 3 to 4 APs, and that can add up pretty quickly. So if you've received free and reduced lunch in the past, please do the application to be able to get a fee waiver. Please complete the free and reduced lunch application to see if you qualify for any type of fee waivers.
Local scholarships. Local scholarships are made available through the relationship that we have with local organizations who make them available to current high school students in Riverside County, CNUSD, or just to Santiago High School students. A complete local scholarship packet includes the following: cover sheet, which is embedded in the application itself, autobiographical essay, 2-page maximum, should be typed, double-spaced, 12 font, 2 letters of recommendation, and an unofficial transcript. The due date for local scholarships is February 5th, 11:59, and should be submitted through the Google Classroom associated with the scholarship. Local scholarships can be used at any institution of higher education, including four-year universities, community colleges, and training programs. The program does not have to be local, which means that if you go to school out of state, you are absolutely welcome to use your local scholarship monies if you are awarded a local scholarship. How to access the application. There is a Google Classroom associated with the local scholarship. The classroom code is below. You will need to log on using your CNUSD login credentials. Add yourself to the classroom, and instructions and the application are contained within the classroom. Below the Google Class code that you see is the website associated with local scholarships, which also provides you with additional information. If you choose to apply to a local scholarship, only apply to those that you are qualified for. You will find the list of local scholarships located in the Google Classroom. You'll need to thoroughly review the descriptions and requirements for each scholarship to see if you qualify. If you need extra help filling out your local scholarship packet, on October 1st at noon, a local scholarship application workshop video will go live. Please review the video before completing the application. We also have local scholarships office hours, which will be twice a month, and you can sign up for a session using the Google Classroom or on the website.
Now, you have submitted all of your college applications. You have submitted your FAFSA by the priority deadline of March 2nd. You've made sure you have a professional email, and now it's time to sit back and wait to hear from them. You're probably going to get your SAR report from your FAFSA that tells you how much money you get, how much of your money you have to pay, and you want to shift gears. It's time now to devote yourself to your studies, to secure the best grades possible, study for those AP tests, and think of possible scholarship opportunities. Hopefully, you've applied for the local scholarships. Think of your parents' affiliations with their organizations. They might belong to unions or banks or clubs. For placement testing, the community colleges have always required, in the past, students take placement tests in like math and English. But if you are planning to enroll in a math course, those placement tests are no longer required. The community college will use the information that you supply and give them on your college application as far as the math goes. They'll look at your high school math courses and the grades, and then they will recommend math courses for you to take. Remember, there are no English placement tests either. And also remember that community college is college, and you will take math in college. So the more math you take in high school, this will prepare you to take college math and do well at it. Pre-employment testing and probation, fire department, police, and Department of Water and Power. These tests are necessary and important to get the job. So keep up your math class as well. We have many seniors that say, oh, I don't think I want to take math my senior year. It's very easy to have some of those formulas get fuzzy in your mind if you do not take that math class. I do know with fire that you will probably be testing maybe in a convention center with 600 of your closest friends. And you can believe there will be math questions on that exam. The ASVAB is a placement test given by the military, and this measures your aptitude for many different careers. Santiago gives this test each year. Students find out they have an aptitude for many different careers than this test that they had no idea that they could be good at. This test can expand your vision and open you up to new possibilities and new careers. This is a very well respected aptitude test.
Hi everyone, my name is Nathan Tooney and I am a counselor at Santiago High School, specifically for students with last name of GN through KOR. And I have the pleasure today to talk to you a little bit about dual enrollment. Well, what is dual enrollment is probably the first question students ask, and that's basically the opportunity to take classes here at high school that are actual college classes that are normally taught at the Norco College campus. Now, why would you want to take college classes while you were in high school? There's a number of reasons. The first one is that it's an introduction to, and it helps prepare you for college life. It's a college class, so it gives you an idea of the pacing and the expectations that are required for it. It creates a smoother transition from high school to college, so now you know what to expect and you're ready for it once you start college. It gives you the ability to explore interests, careers, and majors. Maybe you have a class that you have an interest in, but you never thought about majoring in. If it's offered through dual enrollment, it's a nice way for you to kind of test the waters. It gives you confidence in your academic abilities. You might be a little intimidated by taking a college course, but if you take one through dual enrollment, it doesn't cost you anything, and it might build up your confidence. It helps you to understand the benefits of post-secondary education. That's kind of self-explanatory. It basically shows you the kind of things that you can learn when you go to college. And it's an accelerated pathway through college that can save time and money. So if you stop and think about it, basically, you'll be required to take about 15 credits each semester for 4 years. So that's a total of 120 credits. Why not get some of those credits done for free through dual enrollment and take some of the pressure off of you over the next 4 years? Add to that you don't have to pay for the college courses. You don't have to pay for books. You just have to attend the classes and do the work, and you're setting yourself up for success for college. So the question you might ask is, how do I get enrolled in dual enrollment? The first step is to attend dual enrollment office hours. And on the slide in front of you, you can see that there will be office hours every Thursday from 1 to 3 o'clock. And I'm sure enough of you have been through Zoom meetings to understand what it's like. You go to Zoom, you put in the meeting idea that you see on the slide, put in the password, and then you can attend office hours. And that's an excellent place for you to go to get information on how to apply. Ms. Rodriguez is a wonderful resource, and she'll be happy to walk you through it. Step 2, take a look at the course information. Here's what's being offered for the spring of 2021. If any of these courses look interesting to you, you have the opportunity to take a course. The first course, if you've never taken a dual enrollment course before, first course you probably want to take is ILA 3, Student Resiliency. It talks about how to organize your time when you're in college. It discusses how to make sure that you take time off for yourself, how to prepare for classes, how to take notes. It's a great introduction. Another one you might consider would be the GUI 47. That's Career Exploration and Life Planning. It's 3 units, and it helps you to investigate what kind of careers might be of interest to you. It's also 3 units applicable to both Cal States and UCs. Step 3, how to apply. You can see that there are application instructions to apply for dual enrollment, and it's right on this YouTube channel. But when we finish the dual enrollment information, I'll show you how to look it up on our counseling website. Step 4, you have to turn in required paperwork. So basically you fill out paperwork and then you send it to Ms. Rodriguez and just follow the steps that are highlighted to the right of step 4. Step 5, you register for classes. Once you register for classes and you get set up with WebAdvisor, you'll be ready to go. It's a great introduction to college level classes, and it's also a wonderful way to get used to Norco College if you plan to attend community college after you graduate from high school. It's the exact same procedure if you were to start your first day at Norco College. It's just now you get to do it with somebody helping you out. Finally, if you have any questions and you need to contact somebody, you can always turn to Mrs. Rodriguez. You can see on the slide in front of you that it says her email as well as her phone number. Dr. Harris is the assistant principal in charge of dual enrollment. And my name again is Nathan Tooney. I'm the dual enrollment counselor. If you try to contact any one of us, we'll be happy to help you out. I'm going to demonstrate for you how to use the Santiago Counseling website. So the first thing you'll do is you'll go to the Santiago High School homepage. You'll click on Counseling, and then you'll click on Main Counseling Website. Our website address is also santiagocounseling.com. And here's some of the highlights. The first thing is that there's an About Contact button that allows you to directly contact any counselor. So once you hover over the About Contact button, you'll see a list of the counselors' names as well as their alphas. If you click on one of the counselors' names, you'll be able to put in your name, your question, and then just click Submit. And that will send an email to your counselor so they can reply back to you. Some other things you'll want to notice about the counseling website is that we've got a wealth of academic information broken down by grade. We also have information on helping a student who is struggling. We've got overall tips and a section of the website dedicated to tutoring and extra help. We've got a section that tells you how to request a letter of recommendation. We've got college information on the UCs, Cal States, community college, and general college search tips, information about the SAT, ACT, NCAA eligibility, graduation and college admissions requirements, as well as information on dual enrollment. Under the Personal tab, we've got information to help you and your overall well-being. We've got clubs on campus, intervention resources, LGBTQ resources, community referrals, CNUSD clinician referral list, support groups, and ways to cope. We also have a financial aid section that discusses financial aid in the FAFSA, scholarship information, and the types of loans you might be offered once you apply to college. And finally, under the Resource tab, we've got a teacher name and email address link. We have the Shark Scheduler, which gives descriptions about the classes that are offered at Santiago High School. And we've got forms and Cal Grant info. The counseling website is set up as a repository for all the important information that you need to know. Please consult it often.
Hey Sharks, this is Mr. Estrada. How to stay connected with us. You can stay connected with your counselors by following us on social media. You can find us on Instagram and Twitter at counselingshs_. This is another platform to keep you informed and to share with you and your parents important events, deadlines, resources, and positivity. Also, please make sure to follow the College and Career Center on Instagram, where you can find them at shs_college_career. Thank you so much for watching this presentation. If you have any questions, please contact your counselor. Do not forget that we are here for you.